Yo, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Let me go ahead and send the link out to everybody. Go ahead and drop your cities in the chat box right now. What cities are you guys tuning in from? Go ahead and let everybody know. Alright guys, go ahead and drop your cities in the chat right now. I'm getting started real soon. I want to see all of you guys drop your cities. Let's go. I see Chicago. Give me 1 second, guys. I just need to send this link out everywhere, and then I'll be right back. But drop your cities in the meanwhile.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. No matter your industry, Grainger's here for you with professional-grade supplies. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Transferring credits into WGU was it was a great experience. I went to 6 or 7 other universities, and WGU just said, here, send it here, and we'll take care of it. It was seamless, and I knocked out almost 3 years worth of credits, and I did it in about 14 months.
Learn more.
One more minute, guys. One more minute. I'm gonna give it actually like 2 more minutes. Let me just go ahead and get this answer. Let's get it. Go ahead and drop those cities in the chat. Drop your cities, guys. Drop your cities in the chat. Go ahead and drop those cities, guys. Let's get it. I'm getting started right now. I need to see everybody's cities though before I get started. Just being honest. Let me turn on my light. You guys probably can't see me. I need to see everybody's cities. I only see Chicago. I don't see all of you guys else in the chat. Let's get it. Oh, that's too bright. Alright, now I see the cities starting to come in. Now I see. I want this to be interactive, right? We're not just watching, standing around. We're going to be answering your guys' questions. And I want each and every single one of you guys to really like pretend as if you're trading with me live. Alright. Let's get this thing going. Chicago, Houston. Charleston, Greensboro, Trinidad. I see my guy Cy in the building. Shout out to you, my man. Okay. Let me know if the music is too loud. I'm gonna keep it on in the background here while I start this session. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys for going ahead and dropping those cities. For all you guys just now tuning in, drop your cities. Shout out to my guy Cy from Trinidad, always tuning in. I'm gonna make a few of you guys moderators, so if I see you guys actually going ahead and just being active in the chat, I'm gonna go ahead and promote you to a moderator because I want to go ahead and reward that activity. You know, I don't want you guys just on here just you know, watching around copying trades. That's not gonna get you anywhere. You guys want to not only just copy along the experts, but see what it is that they're doing. Analyze how they take their trades, when they take their trades, at specific times, and also how they're managing those trades. Right? There's a lot that goes into becoming successful in trading. So I'm gonna really get basic with you guys, and then I'm gonna try to get a little bit more to the intermediate side. And then with time, you guys will get more and more advanced as a trader. Just as a show of hands for everybody on here, go ahead and let me know, how long have you been trading? Drop in the chat right now. How long have you been trading? Right, for maybe some of you guys, it's 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, you know, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, 6 years. Like myself, right? What is your guys' current experience level trading? So I see my guy Cy, one of the moderators, 7 years. So, you know, he's went ahead and seen 7 different years of market cycles, right? 7 years of, you know, the Bitcoin chart going up and down, gold going up and down. Experience is one of the best teachers, right? You can back test all day, but one of the best things is forward testing, right? Forward testing your strategy, seeing the wins and losses happen live, and you guys really learn a lot by doing that. I see my Dianamis 1 month on and off, Margaret 4 years, Kina just starting again after 5 years, but before 2 years on and off, 3 years, starting to get the hang of things. Okay, Well, that's very good that you guys are saying that. I'm gonna go ahead and make Margaret. I'm gonna select you as one of the moderators, because I see that you have a little bit of experience, and you're actually staying active. So shout out to you. Hopefully, some of the moderators can eventually come on the YouTube by hopping on Zoom with me and actually sharing their screen and understand. I'm also gonna give you guys the opportunity to get in the spotlight as well, right? We're not greedy over here at the Profit Society. There's been a lot of educators here that you guys have been able to hear and learn from, and I've been able to collaborate with, and you guys will see them with time. Even some former educators from companies that you guys always see are like in the mix. So we have the platform, we have the audience, we have the people, we have the right platform, we are at the right place at the right time with the right people once again, right? I know you guys hear that a lot, but it's very true. So about me, I've been trading now for 6 years. This is my 6th year, and I got started when I was 15. So no matter how old you are, right? If you guys are comfortable, drop how old you are in the chat, right? I am a big believer of age is no thing of success, right? You could be success at any age, but you know, age is a factor as well as to like how coachable are you, how teachable are you, and how hard you're really gonna go at this, right? Think about it. You know, when you were young and you got your first job, right? You took that really serious. I know when I got my first job at Publix, like I took that job very, very serious. Like any other like companies or jobs that like I got after that, I definitely didn't take it as serious because that was like my first ever opportunity like that. Especially being 15, 16 years old, I wanted to make money, and I started working a job. But I saw that having one stream of income is having close to none, right? Literally having one stream of income, even if you're the most highest paying person in that company, you still like run such a big risk. And when I saw that, you know, I was working at Publix still. I didn't really quit my job. You know, for all of you guys on here that have a job and you're just starting out trading, or you are trading for a long time, I would just kind of recommend like don't really quit that job. Don't really quit what you have going on to trade. Like try to really find a way to and no, not even try. We're gonna cut that word out. There's no try. You have to incorporate trading somehow into your life, and you know, move certain things around in your life for it too. Right? Understand, guys, you may have to move around certain things. You may have to make certain sacrifices in order to trade, in order to print money online. I want everybody to drop a 7 in the chat if you're ready to make those sacrifices. How many of you guys are ready and truthfully, honestly ready to take a leap of faith and make sacrifices that majority of people around the world are going to tell you not to do, but you're going to do it anyway? There's a lot of sacrifices you're going to have to make, right? For example, you know, when I was, you know, there's people on here that's like, all right, I was on and off. You know, let's be honest. Why were you on and off? Why didn't you take it serious? Why didn't you get down to the root of the issue? Why haven't you been winning? Why haven't you been profiting in the markets? I'm going to break this down to you. When you get paid from your job, what do you decide to do? Everybody is an investor of some sort. What do you invest your time into? Right? Are you investing it into your job? Right? Even if you have a job, right? What are you doing outside of your job when you get home? Even if you like are watching TV, you're investing your time into watching TV. You're investing your time into watching the news. No matter what you are, you have to invest your time, money, and energy. So me, myself, even though I didn't really have the money when I was 15, I started investing my time instead of going out on the weekends when I get home from school. No, I was studying the charts. I was hopping on Zoom calls. I was hopping on calls like these nonstop. This is why I still do these calls all the time. Because I remember being 15, 16 years old. It's 9 o'clock. It's a school night. I could hop on PlayStation if I want to. But, I could really learn how to make money online. And I tried a lot of different businesses. Amazon, dropshipping, Shopify. There's nothing like trading because it's only on you now. It's on you to make the sacrifices. It's on you to wake up early for New York session. It's on you to save half of your income to invest into your trading accounts, to deposit and have a real live account, and actually have the discipline to withdraw from that account and actually save some of those profits and invest into cryptocurrency, invest into real estate, build off of trading, and start businesses and actually become financially free. That's how you become financially free. That's how you quit your job. Not let me quit my job and figure this out and I can probably make $1,000 tomorrow if the NASDAQ or gold hits. Right now, we want to really set ourselves up the right way with proper multiple live accounts, funded accounts, crypto portfolios, real estate, qualifications, and really taking this the professional route. So one of the best ways that you guys can start is by looking at this website right here called the forexfactory.com. I'm going to go ahead and drop this link in the chat as well. This is what you're going to go ahead and use to actually look at the economic news. You really want to get familiar with this because a lot of things happen on a day-to-day in the market, and a lot of people don't really know how to explain or like break down why these things happen. Give me a second. But I started in IMO, didn't have the best starting platform, used unregulated brokers, and was blowing accounts. I learned about regulated brokers, money management, and how to really use top-down analysis. That's why I'm starting to understand things. Perfect, bro, because that's how I started too. When I was 15, I saw a lot of different signal services online. We're getting deep, but I'll get back to the fundamentals in a second. But I started with a lot of like signal services, and I used to copy and paste and make money a lot because I was in school working a job. Like, it's hard to really like analyze the markets, but that was an excuse as well. I was overthinking it for sure, and when it comes down to it, I was taking a lot of swipe trades and shit like that. That's what I was doing, but it opened my eyes to making money on the go, making money online. And I was still working my job, like, and I also was building the business in IMO and hit Chairman 10. Think about that. So I understood the power of multiple streams of income. I understood the power of, like, building things with the long term in mind, because later on I would reap the benefits of it. So I didn't actually end up wanting to leave IMO too, guys. Like, I actually really like the platform. It's just, a lot of things happened where it's like, I wouldn't even say like bad or negative, because yeah, some people did experience some bad and negative things. Shit, me myself too. Like, I wouldn't tell y'all a lie and say that my income was going up and up forever. For sure, we had to adjust, but again, it's all about like adapt or get left behind. And that's why, I don't know if you guys know, but that company is not even currently even active anymore, and it sucks because, imagine if like I didn't adapt. Honestly, guys, like there was times where I was thinking about not adapting and just going with the flow and not really doing much. But 2 years ago, you guys already know. If you guys have been a part of the Profit Society since launch, drop a 1 in the chat. I just want to see. If you just subscribed, or you're new, or you just kind of like found out about me or found out about Prop Society, drop a 2 as well. Like, if you've been around since the start, you'll know that we were like, when we left we kind of did leave on a leap of faith. We really did. Like, we didn't have income backed up from rank ups or checks and stuff like that. We wasn't taken care of by our uplines, right? And we let them be. We took our leap of faith, able, like, really, and there's another guy on this call too, Bagland Jerry, really, like, poured into me, was like, yo, you don't need those companies, you don't need that, you just need to focus on you, focus on yourself, isolate yourself if you have to. Even Starboy 2 years ago on this call was like, yo, focus on what you gotta do. Don't care what anybody thinks. And it's good to see that 2 years from now, even though a lot of things have changed, a lot of people have come and go, a lot of brokers have come and go, a lot of trade setups have come and go, but we never lost vision of the main thing: trading, crypto, investing, growing ourselves financially, personal development, fitness. We still have a large community of people that still want to grow themselves, and we can still make something massive. Remember, guys, it's not it's us versus the markets. It's not us versus each other. It's us versus the markets. My bad, somebody was texting me. It's a bit us versus us psychology. No, for sure. It is, technically. We did set the bar. People do set the bar really low in trading. But let's not do that anymore. Let's not base it off of clout or whatever. It's based off of real skill, expertise, journalism. Shout out my guy Mike Lang too. He's been around since the start, and he created me like an indicator, which is lit. But as far as the Forex Factory, guys, you guys really want to first start off with just looking at the entire week. So I'm going to put a range from Sunday to Friday. Nothing much on Sunday and on Monday. Understand, the more times that you are in the market is the more risk that you have on the market. The more times you take a trade, the more times you press buy, the more times you press sell, like, that's like more risk you're putting on. The more days that you trade is also the more risk you're putting on. Every single time you click a button or even open up your trading account, it's just a risk, right? You have a risk. This is why one of my mentors always told me, risk what you have, not what you don't have. So if you don't have a certain amount of money to risk, or you put some money in your account and you don't really have that to risk, then you really shouldn't have that amount of money in your account. Right? Somebody was telling me the other day, like, hey, I'm gonna wait and save up until I start a live account. Well, if you have to like save up and like keep on like putting all your effort and energy into like gathering a certain amount of money to trade, then it's probably best that you just don't even trade. You just kind of just step back, and when you have money to actually risk, and you're like, hey, you know what? I have $100 here that I can risk. I have $200 here that I can risk. I have $300. It doesn't have to be $5,000, $10,000. By you saying I'm gonna wait until I have $5,000, $10,000, that's holding you back from the $200 days, from the $300 days, from the $500 days, from the $50 days, from the $20 days. And those days add up to get you to the $500 days and the $1,000 days. Don't think about the money, think about the percentage of your account, because everybody's account is different. Somebody's account might be 100, somebody's account might be 50, somebody's account might be $200, somebody's account might be $3,000. So how am I going to tell you on this call to focus on making $50, this person to focus on making $200, this person to focus on that? Focus on the percentage of your account. And one of the tools that's going to help you guys a lot with this is the actual Hanko risk calculator. So Hanko actually has a risk calculator that they created, and I'm going to go ahead and drop this link in the chat. Each and every single one of you guys should be utilizing this Hanko trading risk calculator. And if you're not already registered with Hanko Trade, go ahead and register with Hanko, because it is literally the best broker out right now. I need each and every single one of you guys to actually go ahead and register for Hanko, because they actually have a 100% deposit bonus going on right now. They have really, really good spreads. Honestly, guys, I used to trade on like sway markets, and the spreads were not as good as they were not as good as Hanko Trade. And you know, I'm gonna be honest, guys, like I've never seen like these type of, my bad, I'm just trying to type this out. I've never seen these type of like support too. So I can't even find the link. The link is also in the description, but here's a link. Register for Hanko Trade account and then verify your account. And they have to deposit at least $100 for the 200% bonus. And when it comes down to it, guys, if you already have, some of you guys already have an account from years back with Hanko Trade. If you do, I know Jude, you do too, bro. You do too, bro. They do have better spreads than Sway. Sway and Liquid Broker, I used to use them and make money. Liquid Broker is litty, but at the end of the day, guys, you have to adapt or get left behind. What happened to I Am Academy, right? We never used to shit on them. Like, let's be honest. Jude and all you guys that have been following us for years. When we left I Am Academy, we did not shit on anybody. Like, we actually stayed quiet and we let them do their thing, and we actually wanted them to like succeed. But now that this shit went down to the ground and we know it's not coming back, and they're not even like, yeah, now we're taking over the industry and we're gonna talk our shit. So how's the app? Is it easy to use? Yeah, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing. It's called Act Trader. It's called Act Trader. So this is Act Trader, bro. Get it on your phone. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing. I fuck with it a lot. This is what it looks like on your phone and on the computer. Dude, it's like, it shows you a lot more. And if I'm being honest, it's just way more clean. Understand, guys, it's just platform. It's just platform. It's the broker and the trades that really matter. Like, understand, I still take trades on my futures broker. Like, you guys see? Like, I still have my futures accounts. Like, I have all this shit, like, set up. You know? But it's just options. You know, understand, I can't hold on my futures accounts. Right? I can't hold on my take profit trader and my top up accounts. But on Hanko Trade, I could take swing trades. I could look at USD CAD and Euro USD, and I could slap the market on gold, and you know, I can go ahead and calculate exactly how much I'm risking with the Hanko risk calculator. And honestly, bro, you just have to test it out for yourself. I'm not gonna be the biggest salesperson on here and force any of you guys to like use a broker. I would never do that. Like, there are some people that call me. You know those people, Jude. You know those people. Like over the past like couple months, a whole bunch of people will call you, do a Zoom call with you just to get you to use a fucking broker. Like, I'm not that guy. I feel like that's not even worth my time. That's bullshit. Like, I'll literally just tell you guys, sign up, put $100, test it out for yourself, and if you like it, then keep using it. And we have a free chat right here, a free community, TradeStar, that you guys will be a part of. Look at all the results. Tell me it doesn't work by seeing all these results. So this is one person from Hanko Trade. What some of you guys would do once you make good profits, withdraw some, go get a haircut, do some. That's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, everybody say congratulations, Marcus. Real quick, I'm gonna pause real quick. Say congratulations, Marcus. Congratulations, Marcus, for subscribing to the best trading live stream community on YouTube. Everybody give a huge congratulations to my guy Marcus. I need the stream deck here so I can do like the little sound effects. But again, like he just withdrew like $210, right? We have prop firms and shit like that, and we've been using prop firms and stuff like that. But what's really gonna get people like getting into trading, where it's like you could put $100, $200 in an account, take a trade, and you don't gotta worry a rate to pass a challenge. You just take out your $200 profit that same day, that same week, and go get you a haircut, go, get some food or something. Like, you guys don't understand the power of that, because some of you guys haven't been zero before. Like, when I was in high school and I had zero and shit like that, and I had like, $100, $200 here and there for my job, like, if I were to take a profit on a trade and, enjoy those profits, that really motivated me. So here's Rico Shmoney up $92, Sean up $2,000. This community alone is only for Hanko live account users only. We have moderators that are in the chat currently looking at everybody's back office to literally see if you have a live account with Hanko. This is a USD CAD trade. These are all people 1 to 5 risk to reward. I see the party migrated back to Telegram. So you see, we all have our different courses and stuff, but now everybody's coming together in this Telegram chat. And this Telegram chat is 100% free. Only if you have a live account with Hanko and you have registered with my link. So if you haven't registered with my link, or maybe you signed up a couple years back, because me myself, I did sign up to Hanko Trade a long time ago. I actually used to use Hanko Trade for a minute. So if you already have an account, just contact the support and move under my affiliate code, and then I will see you in my back end. And what I'll do is, if you can go ahead and do that, for anybody that's really paying attention, I'll go ahead and give you access to my inner circle community in the Profit Society. So just know that. So trading risk calculator, again, you really want to start calculating your risk, guys. And this is what's going to help you guys do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to put in, let's say we're looking at gold. We're going to go ahead and put in gold. Gold USD. Let's say my account balance is $500. Right? You don't want to risk more than 10% of your account on a trade. So you want to go ahead and put that in. And then we'll go ahead and put in your entry price. Let's say we're doing 30, 33. and then we want our stop loss to be like, you know, 50 pips, or you just look at the chart as to like what your stop loss would be. So in this example, you know, let's say you do entry 1339. And in the meanwhile, I want you guys to drop what pairs you guys would like for me to look over. I'm gonna go into the pairs in a second, but I just want to get a little bit educational with you guys. I don't want to just bore you guys with charts. So and then let's say your take profit is like 336. Well, that doesn't really make sense. Well, it does actually. That's a 3,000 pip. Alright, let's say we do alright, right here, 1 to 4 risk to reward. As you can see, it already calculates my risk to reward 1 to 4, which means this is important. You guys have to understand this. Never trade with anything lower than a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Meaning, I would never trade with anything looking to risk $50. Anything lower than risking $50 to make 150. That's what your risk to reward ratio is. I actually have like a presentation on this. It's gonna take me like some time to like go in there and like find that whole presentation. But I just let you guys know, risk to reward ratio is actually meaning if you're risking $100, you gotta make sure that, I'll show you guys. I got a lot of cool resources for you guys. This is a futures one. This is all futures. Anyways, I'll find what I was looking at for you guys in a second. I have so many tabs open. But risk to reward again. If you're risking $50, you want to make sure that you're coming out of that trade with at least $150. And you want to stay disciplined to that too. Right? You want to make sure every single time you enter the market and your trade is up 1 to 3, let's say you're risking $100 to make, you know, let's say you're risking $100 to make, you know, if you're risking $100, you want to go ahead and make sure that, I don't know what I did, I messed this one up. Now it's back to 1 to 3. So this is a $50 risk. You might want to just like up the account balance just to offset the number. So let's say you're risking $100. You want to make sure that you're coming out of that trade with at least 300, which would be a 0.20. So you would know to put a 0.20 on that trade. And once you're up 1 to 3, you don't gotta close out the trade entirely, but at least close out some of it. But if you at least close out at 1 to 3 every single time, and you stay disciplined to that, and you stop trying to go for the big swing trades, and you literally just rinse and repeat 1 to 3, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. I know people that literally just rinse and repeat 1 to 3s like over and over and over again, and they make money. Nothing is wrong with their strategy at all. They don't want to change it. They don't want to catch big swings. And I'm about to start like moving like that. Honestly, I'm about to stop looking to make big swings and big. I only look to make swings when I know the fundamentals are in my direction. But with a 1 to 3, you can literally just be 30% accurate and make money. So make sure you keep your risk to reward in check, and make sure that you only do risk. You never risk more than 5% of your account, and even that is aggressive. If you risk 10% of your account, it's good that Henko is doing this, because if you risk 10% of your account truly, all it takes is 10 trades to blow your account. So you shouldn't be risking more than 10% of your account. Ever. Even 5% is kind of overdoing it. Right? Take this thing slow and steady. Treat this like a hedge fund. Treat this as if you were trading for a hedge fund, because one day your account will get there. Again, Henko is the best, man. Get off of sway markets. Get off of liquid. They have the best spreads. They have the deposit bonus. And they have the best referral plan too. So if you literally get started with me, move your account under with me, they got a $4 a lot, and it's not fixed. Like we could always like run it up. So yeah, best broker out here. Let's head over to the charts. One of the first things I'm gonna look at is the DXY. I'm gonna clear out everything, clear out all my indicators, zoom out, start with a fresh pair of eyes. Remember guys, drop some pairs in the chat. What pairs do you guys want me to look at? Let me go ahead and move my camera down a bit. Drop some pairs, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and make Lucy Gold a moderator. Shout out to you for dropping your pairs and staying active. 1 second. Alright, so you guys want me to look at gold? Man, that's crazy now that I'm saying it. IMO really shut down. I see a lot of familiar faces from IMO, which kind of like gets me scared, because I'm like, fuck, like, some of you guys don't even know what the fuck to do. So the DXY has been very bearish. I want you to study this. I always go over this in my course, and I talk about a lesson called continuations over reversals, and I talk about Wyckoff, right? So overall, we always want to continue with the trend of the market and not really look for massive reversals, because the market usually continues in the direction that it's been going over and over and over again. And the people looking for reversals and falling knives usually just continue losing to the people who continue the market trends. So overall, we start on the monthly. We start on the biggest time frames. The dollar over the course of time since the 85s have been losing its buying power and hit an ultimate high back in 02. Obviously, with certain presidential candidates like Republicans come into the market, we get certain bullish economies where the dollar does increase over time, and investments and assets like Bitcoin, crypto, and real estate go down, which is what we were experiencing. Like overall, as you can see, we got bearish pressure, but then we got buying pressure with the Republican, and then again we got a Democrat. So the DXY did have like a big downside play right over here, but ultimately ended up buying up once again. Then again we created another high and we traded off for that imbalance. So I'm just stalking order flow here in the monthly, and I'm seeing that the dollar is clearly bearish, so we want to continue in that direction. We go down to the weekly and we see the same price action. It's just consolidating, but ultimately reacting off of this weekly imbalance. On the daily is when we see that distribution very clear. So this is very clear that the market is consolidating. So the market is either trending where it's trending. Oh shit. It's either doing one of two things. It's either trending. It's not even letting me add the text. Never mind. It's either trending or consolidating. Over here we're consolidating clearly. I don't know if my connection is cutting out or something. Oh, my connection. Hold on, guys. It's my first time streaming in a minute. Should be good now. Hey man, shout out to Evan Cabral. If you guys see his stream on your recommended, or like maybe you're coming from his stream, or maybe you tapped into his stream, I want you to say like, yo, coming from Kyle Hustles. You know, I wanna create that collaborative spirit over the long term. But again, we have short term buying pressure. So we like to wait until the distribution. So I'll show you. This is what it looks like. I know there's lag, yeah. Let me figure this out. Yeah. So again, it's either consolidating, which is in this circumstance, if we're trending down and then we start consolidating like this, it starts what's called accumulation. Right? That's accumulation. Because we're trending down, then we start consolidating out, we create a selling climax, we create a spring, and then we create a failed sell-off, and then we start testing up. That right there is accumulation. Once we start marking up and we start trading up and then we start consolidating out, we create a buying climax, we create a range, and then we create that failed rally. Then once we see that break and retest out of that consolidation, that right there is the mark down, and we could just be clear to just continue selling. One educator that uses strategy a little bit is Luke Longmire. So what he would do is box out price, and then once it breaks and retest out of that, this would be his entry. So some people play this like a little different. Like everybody plays the market like 100% different. Like, you know, some people try to like get the entry at the bottom. Like personally, I don't try to get the spring. This is the spring, like the bottom. I don't try to get in on the spring. I try to get in on the test or the break and retest. That's the most highest probable entry, like past here and here. These are the most probable entries. Once you see it start breaking out, then you're good to go. Like even here, once you see all this, you don't want to try to catch here and catch here and catch here. If you do, then great, but you want to start seeing it break down, break and retest out of a range, and then you start trading in that direction. So why do I recommend that logic? Is because once you see the market confirm a direction, these are the most highest probable entries. These are the most highest probable entries. So there's cycles too. You know, look at this. There's certain cycles in it. So these are the cycles. There's phase A. This one is blurry, but you guys can see it. This is phase A, the first phase, the buying climax. That's when you start to see that it's starting to top out, but not 100%. Then we get the spring. That's when it's creating a range, but then it breaks out of that range to pump fake everybody out to make it think that it's going higher. That's the climax. You don't want to try to get your entry in phase A or phase B or even phase C. Phase C, if you catch an entry phase C, you gotta hold that shit forever. Like you just caught the top of the market. When you catch phase C, you know you catch phase C because it fakes everybody out, it grabs liquidity, it like literally shakes for a little bit, and then it just like drops down or pumps up and creates a clear like definition that it broke out of a range and broke right back into that range. And then you want to get your entry phase D, phase E, when it breaks back into that range and it's starting to break out of it and retest out of that range. And then you see it start continuing, phase E, you catch those continuations and you keep playing the downtrend all day. You just keep playing that over and over and over and over again. Once you start see phase D, phase E, you play downtrend until you see the accumulation. So again, like if we just apply that logic to the DXY, you know, we just broke out of accumulation. You know, it broke and retested out of it. This right here would have been like our range. So look at this. Then we like officially broke out of it, retested out of it, and ever since like we created a clear momentum shift. Like even any buying after that has been like just clearly wiped, and structure and order flow has been continuing in that direction even on like the 4 hour. So what does that mean? What does that mean for you guys? How can you guys capitalize off of this? Go ahead and zoom out a little bit more. There's a possibility of bullishness coming in, but we don't want to play possibilities. We just want to take what the market is giving us. So overall, when you see the dollar DXY goes down, any pair with the USD at the beginning goes up, any pair with USD at the any pair with USD at the end goes up, any pair with USD at the beginning goes down. So the DXY, they have a very big correlation with these dollar pairs. Whenever the DXY goes down, any pair with USD at the end goes up, any pair with USD at the beginning goes up. So what does that mean? Any pair with USD direct correlation with DXY, any pair with USD at the end equals inverse of DXY. So make sure to keep that in your notes for you guys that are just learning. And then a couple of risk management rules that I was going over with you guys. Only deposit / risk what you can risk to lose. Like if you're entering a trade, enter that trade knowing exactly how much you can lose and how much your take profit is. Always stay disciplined to 1 to 3. Always set tight stops and move stops to break even. Always be prepared to lose exactly how much you're risking. So if you're like risking $100 in that trade, be prepared to lose $100 if that trade doesn't hit, and always pretend that you lost already. So pretend that you already lost that $100 and just forget about it. Enter that trade, set and forget. Right, so I'm typing this out because I know it's lagging. So I want you guys to just make sure that you guys are on the same page as me, regardless. So the DXY has just been going straight down. One of the first pairs that you guys wanted me to look at was gold, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I actually am in gold buys right now. Currently on my account on Hanko Trade and on my futures account. So we are rocking out with this tonight. I didn't actually get to call it out in the signals chat, but I actually did take it again. So if you guys are in gold, let me know in the chat. But I'm very bullish gold. If we look at the daily chart right here, I do expect us to flip bullish past this high right over here. So since we are bearish the DXY, we want to remain bullish gold because it actually ends with USD. So we want to go ahead and remain in that direction. And I want to get this channel to 2,000 subscribers too, man. Hold on. So yeah, I really want to see gold just bust up to the upside. My bad, the connection like literally sucks. But I'm bullish gold. If you guys exit the stream and join back, it should be good. I know why. Let me take it off of my phone. It's because I'm watching on my phone and watching from here. It's just too much for the stream to handle. But I'll tell you guys the truth. I've been bullish gold, and you should stay bullish gold. Personally, off of the market open, I was looking at it on the 5-minute. Alright, since that's not loading, I'll just go ahead and go over the economic calendar. On Tuesday, we have not really much. On Wednesday, we have FOMC meeting minutes. On Thursday, we have GDP. And then probably end off the week bullish. But that's a long shot. That's a long shot. Personally, it can just keep going bearish forever. But we have some bullish dollar news. So it's like, what I think is going to happen is like we go ahead and start off the week bearish on the dollar. And then once we like swipe these lows, then we can see some bullishness start to come in and do something like this. So that's what I would see. That's what I would see happening on the DXY. Gold, NAS, and GJ are like some of the two things that I like to go over. Before we go to sleep, I know some of you guys are probably going to get tired and go to sleep on me. Don't worry. The connection held us back a bit, but we're still going to look at these things. So overall, I took a small buy attempt here at the open of the market because I saw a 5-minute engulfing candle. Overall, we did get a small reaction upwards, but it didn't hold. So I waited a little bit. I knew we were starting a live session, so I saw it start to bottom out here at the 5-minute. I marked this level here. I mean, Bagland Jerry was also like bro, like, you know, make sure you're a little bit more careful and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let me go home and lock in and make this week a good week. So overall, I do see that once I saw that 15-minute engulfing candle, what I like to do is look at the volume. You know, I don't just look at engulfing candles, I look at the volume associated with it. That's real Wyckoff. If you're just looking at order blocks and smart money concepts and you don't know anything about like what the volume is looking like, you're not trading real smart money. You're not trading real ICT concepts. You're just trading like BS. I don't know what happened to my volume profile, but yeah, overall I saw a 15-minute engulfing candle. So this time we weren't playing the 5-minute. Over here we were clearly playing the 5-minute. And this is what you gotta understand. When you guys keep playing those setups on like the 5-minute and the 1-minute, it can play out for a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and like it'll do that. Sometimes it might go for 1-to-10s, 1-to-5s, but that only happens during New York session when those things line up and the stars align. For the most part, you want to look at the 15-minute, because those 15-minute engulfings and order blocks, like, I expect those to hold a lot better. So I'm glad I re-entered. I have this entry here on my Take Profit Trader accounts. As you can see, I have 4 futures prop firm accounts. So I have 4 funded accounts locked in. They were very cheap from Take Profit Trader. They have no activation fees, and you can use my code HUSTLE. The links for Take Profit Trader is in my bio, or if you just go to Take Profit Trader and use code HUSTLE, you can get 30% off, no activation fees. And once you pass, there's day 1 payouts. So I have this, and I took it on my Hanko Trade account, the Act Trader. So what I like to do is, you know, really go hard on these entries on my prop firm accounts now, because everything is about risk management and staying in the game. That's the secret. That's the secret. How well can you risk manage? How well can you stay in the game? How well can you blow an account and still keep it going? How well can you hit stop loss and still keep trading? How well can you accidentally miss out on the best trade of your life but still be confident enough to wake up in the morning and look at the markets and study and read books and keep going? You know, how well can you do that? And only the people that can do that are, you know, building MLM. They have money aside, and they're still motivated to do this business. You know, even though you're not an MLM, like, find other ways. Like, you know, my years just to get around people that are making money. I bought a lot of different group chats, like Justin's, and a lot of these different peoples, just to get around this type of energy. So if you're not funded up with Hanko, you're not signed up to the course, you are sleeping out. But that's just gold. The next one is BTC. A lot of you guys were asking about BTC. Crypto is the talk of the town right now because Bitcoin just hit a new high. If your mentor is not screaming right now about Bitcoin and crypto, probably they don't trade, because they should have the discipline to not only be short-term day trading, but also have these long-term investments. I'll tell you that. Drop a $sign in the chat if you currently hold crypto. Let me see. Let me know. Drop a $sign. Who holds crypto? I actually have a free crypto mini course. So if you guys don't know anything about crypto, you guys can head over to my free crypto mini course inside of the Discord. And I actually do have a mini course right here, completely for free. And I have an in-depth advanced course. So if you guys want to upgrade and get that, it's so amazing. Go ahead and drop the links in the chat. But yeah, we always hold crypto, no matter what. Whenever you're funding your trading account to Hanko, and you're withdrawing and you're moving your money from bank account to trade account to crypto, always keep a little bit. My mentor always taught me that a long time ago. He said, bro, you withdraw some of that money, keep some of that into Bitcoin. Save some of that into Bitcoin. And it is so true. What Ivan Paychecks used to say is so true. Buy Bitcoin and hold it forever. There's a limited supply of Bitcoin, but it's gonna forever go up. Like, think about that. It's gonna have a recession, a down period at some point. That's very true, especially since we've had such a bullish market. But keep accumulating and play the long-term game, and just zoom out, and you will become a part of this revolution. There's way more to go too. 1 million is up there. So I looked at gold, Bitcoin. Next I'm gonna look at NAS. So NASDAQ is one of the same things, right? It looks so high to all of you guys on here, because you're like, damn, you know, how am I ever going to get a low entry, get into this? It's a long-term thing. Think about the people over here that saw this and was like, damn, like, it's gonna crash and it's going to zero. It's probably a lot of people that saw that over and over and over again. So what do you think is gonna happen again? Personally, this is not bearish. This right here is bullish to all Valhalla. Like this right here is kind of like, bro, Nasdaq to 40,000, bro. Like, when you see those big G'd outs like that, we're gearing up for another run. And then we measure that retracement, and then we extend it. Literally, the market plays that to the T. So it's kind of just like, damn, like, you know, what's next? I could really see us going to the 30,000s at some point within this year or next year. The markets are gonna cook. The markets are actually gonna cook. The tiny URL link has a 404 error. Alright, we'll just do this. wap.com/Profit Society. Here we go. This is how you guys access all of my educational content, my courses, my free course, my advanced course. It's all on the WAP. So I just go ahead and drop the link in the chat. It's not gonna load, but take away time from the charts. Cause I got a lot to go over. And it's been lagging, so. Overall, I like to see this actually go ahead, continue up from this level here. The daily open, this day opened very bullish, and it created a very strong low that I expect us to hold from. Yo, what I'm doing also is, if there's 10 super chats, I'm giving away a free course. What a super chat is if you can donate $5 to the stream and actually put your name big on the stream. Shout out to to Mike Lang. Let me go ahead and make you a mod, bro. You deserve to be a mod. I'm definitely making you a mod. And Saint Man, you definitely need to be a mod. And shout out to Kina and The Animus. Right, I'm definitely gonna make you guys mods too, because I see you guys active. For the rest of you guys on here, you know, I want to see you guys in here, and then maybe I'll make you guys mods. Because since it's lagging, I'm gonna need all. No, the response. Well, there's not really much responsibility in being a mod, except for, like, you know, helping out, sharing the links to the group chat, right? Maybe if somebody asks for a link to a group chat or a broker link, you know, I trust you guys, right? I trust you guys. So here's my vision with this, right? I'm gonna continue promoting my links. As you guys can see, I got a new link in my bio. It's in the description of this video. Brand new link in bio with Hubi. No more link tree. No more link tree. Everybody say no more link tree. Let me put that in the chat. Link tree is dead. Link tree is dead. There's other things out there, so I'm using Hubi. I actually got a cool little partnership where they might be able to, like, give me incentives and trips like that. So I'm staying connected. My new links are all at Hubi. With gold and NAS, it's kind of just like, I'd rather wait till New York. Sometimes you do not have to force the setup, but I'm bullish. I just can't really give you guys like a clear enough setup. We're right in the middle. I'd rather not even give you guys a setup. Like on Friday, this is what I called out. I want to get rid of this ad. Alright, back to it. So I called, oh, here it is. On Friday, I called this NASDAQ buy at the 15-minute candle. And then at the end of the week, I got too tired and I just closed it out in profit. But then the market, like, opened upwards. So it's kind of just like, you know, Friday was a slow day. That's what happens sometimes on NASDAQ. We get a slow Friday and then the week opens up above or below price. So that's what happened. What made me take the trade was, like, seeing that live OB. So Skaggs is gonna be mad at me for sharing out the sauce to this, but this is why we took this entry. Live OB is is like engulfing. So this engulfing candle that swept liquidity and closed back above that range. So there's a range. Live OB is when it sweeps liquidity. So we sweep liquidity. We swept that liquidity and then we closed right back above that liquidity. See? Liquidity right there. We sweep that liquidity. And then once we sweep that liquidity, look at that. I'll just show it again one more time. Sweep liquidity, hit 1 hour engulfing, form the 1 hour engulfing on higher volume. It closed back above that liquidity it just swept. So sweep liquidity, close back above on an engulfing. That right there is your trade setup. Taking it right there at that engulfing. And then putting your stop loss right below the low. You got profit. You close out the end of the week in profit, or you hold out a little bit. And this right here is probably going to keep running from here to clear out these equal highs. So just be on the lookout. Maybe we get something like this, where we retest. We just basically retest the range. So can we just, like, you know, trade down a little bit and then continue trading up? So I'm gonna start dropping some of these charts in the chat box. But you know, that's what I'm seeing here for NASDAQ. You know, for gold, I'm seeing more of like a bullish continuation, still forming. It's just all about playing the right risk to reward. I would most likely want to wait until New York before like giving you guys another signal, especially since I've been already sending signals and some of them hit stop loss, some of them hit take profit. You know, I really want to make sure I'm only sending out the highest quality trade. And since this one is already running in profit, it wouldn't be fair to you guys to risk already and put more money on the table right now. So just know I'm still bullish gold, and you know, I'm still looking at it. I'm just not really going to force it. I'm going to really try to get the most precise entry. You know, that's gold, that's NAS, that's Bitcoin. You know, we'll go ahead and look at GBPJPY. So as far as GBPJPY goes, I am going to remain bullish this pair. You know, long-term GBPJPY is bullish for me. It's a safe haven pair, safe haven asset. So I would expect us to actually continue trading up from here. So personally, yeah, I mean, this right here was the perfect opportunity on Friday. The fact that it actually went ahead and created a 4-hour engulfing right then and there. And then we retested off of that 4-hour engulfing. Also retested the 1 hour. If you go down to like a lower time frame, like the 30-minute and the 15-minute, I mean, it wasn't as clean, but you really had to like take it right then and there and know and have conviction that GJ is bullish. And you know, personally, I did too. I knew that GJ was bullish. I actually did take buys I'll be honest, I actually did take buys, but you gotta hold out. I didn't hold out. I took a little profit and got out. I didn't have my conviction and I wasn't focused on GJ, which is why a lot of people on this call and a lot of other traders are gonna tell you to only trade 1 to 2 pairs. Because, and only take 1 to 2 trades a week. Because do the math. Do the math. Think about it. If you take 2, 3, 4 trades a day, over the course of a week, you're taking, you know, at least 10, 20 trades. Over the course of a month, you're taking at least like, you know, 50, 100 trades. That's not a profitable trader. That means you have to win 30 trades out of 100 trades at a 1 to 3. The most profitable traders take like 1 trade a week, 2 trades a week on maybe NASDAQ or gold or EURUSD, and that's it. They focus on that 1 trade, that 2 trades. They take 4 or 5 trades for the month. They take, you know, 30, 40 trades, 50 trades for the year. Those trades hit. A couple of them lose. Those losers are very small. Maybe $1,000, $2,000, and those wins are very big. You know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and those things add up with time to make 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and it grows when you have more money, you have more income, you have more things on the side, you have strategies. You know, you're thinking about the future. You buy crypto. You have more money to fund up. You got a new broker. They got affiliate plan. You could push it. We have a community. You could network. All these type of things are built for you to grow. So that's GJ, but very bullish GJ. It's such an easy buy. You guys should be able to capitalize off of this next GJ run up to the upside. If you want to take it from here, the risk is completely on you. But again, I'm so bullish that I wouldn't mind aping in a thing like GJ, since it has equal highs here, and we already know the long-term direction. Forex is just so easy. But AUUSD, EURUSD. I'll look at EURUSD, AUUSD one time for the one time. Again, we're bullish NAS. With gold, we are bullish, but it's been playing around a little bit, so I'm gonna take it for what it is. It might not be bullish forever. It could reverse sooner than later. So we just gotta keep an eye on that. Especially since NAS is starting to buy up again, like, you know, gold might have its time. You know, we got SUI. SUI is a crypto that is booming right now because of the Bitcoin cycle. You got USD CAD. It's been very bearish because the dollar has been very bearish. We did get faked out a little bit on like a buy here, but ultimately just continuations. Like I was telling you guys, continue with the market. So this right here, consolidation, distribution, break and retest of that. I'm not saying you could have caught a buy here, but when you catch a buy and you see that it's retesting off of a distribution, like, you gotta, you know, you gotta stay woke. It's been bearish since the start of the year. All year we've been trading down, so For me to think that we were going to catch the mega USD CAD buy was kind of ignorant. I should have looked and seen the order flow and the fact that it's like buying up but still being slammed down. That right there could have maybe been a good entry for a sell last week. Like, imagine last week, instead of me buying, I opened my eyes and, you know, going ahead and sold right there. Like, that would have been lit. Yeah, so, you know, the US markets close early tomorrow due to Memorial Day. So definitely keep that in mind. That's why I'm not really going so heavy, but I'm still in the game. That's why I'm telling you guys about risk management and risk calculator and stuff, and teaching you guys about the Forex factory, because when you read through all the economic events and you know exactly what pairs that you're trading, you know, you could filter it out to only be red folders and only be US dollar and GBP stuff. So if you know you're only going to be trading gold and NASDAQ and GJ, you're going to filter out everything for only gold, NASDAQ, and GJ. The title of the stream is Forex Weekly Market Outlook, gold, GJ, and NAS. The three pairs that we focus on. So Wednesday we know to be aware, FOMC meeting minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to filter out and put all of them, but just only like for GJ and USD. So the bank holiday is a gray folder because it doesn't really affect the market, it just slows it down. So again, tomorrow is the bank holiday for Memorial Day. I don't look at any of this. I really am looking at just FOMC meeting minutes, the GDP and unemployment claims, really just unemployment claims, which should give it a little bit of a bullish dollar, and then technically have like maybe a bearish or flat dollar on Friday. Friday's gonna be interesting because it's the last week of the month, so that should give us a good standpoint as to like what direction to look. So that's USD CAD. You know, I will look at like Euro USD. As far as Euro USD, we have the same thing that we're looking at as like we would look at for like gold. I mean, you know, the dollar is bearish, so you know we really just want to actually really the same thing that we look at for the DXY, right? Ultimately want to see this thing like really, you know, if we're looking at Euro USD, AUD USD, those type of like dollar heavily based pairs, then you know, we really just want to see like a break of that high, maybe a retest back down, and then a continuation, or even just a break and retest like all the way back down. Again, continuation, let it break this high, and then from there we reassess and continue bullishness. I mean, we have a long way to go. We have this equal highs that we need to clear out, trendline liquidity. We still got a lot more bullishness on the radar for gold, so it's like, not for gold, for Euro USD, so really just keep that in mind. Alright, now are there any other questions or pairs that you guys would like for me to go over? If not, you know, AUD USD is like a little bit different than Euro. I don't even trade it at all, so it's like I don't even want to give you guys analysis to throw you off. But I would probably be looking bullish the same way that I'm looking at Euro USD. If it can continue here, then take it and play with that momentum. If not, then let it swipe some liquidity and still spring up. With time, just follow the DXY, and you can follow like all these dollar pairs very easily, especially if you read into the Forex factory and pay attention during high volume times, and pay attention to the forecasts and the previous and the different news events that it follows. If you can combine that with your risk management, your risk calculators, you know, the course, the supply and demand, utilizing stop losses, break evens, risk to reward ratios of 1 to 3s, 1 to 5s, cryptos, right? We're giving you guys the game. We're giving you guys the sauce. You guys don't need to be here every single day, every single night, every single session, every single video. But I am, just to show you guys the power of how much you can really make and how much this really works. But if you just treat this like a business, literally treat this like a business, treat this like a multi-million-dollar hedge fund that you're running, tap in with the right people, right? Join the Profit Society, join the inner circle. It's all on WAP, so it actually loaded up. But if you go to wap.com/Profit Society, you can basically join for free. And as you can see, we do the one free weekly market outlook call on Sundays. We do the one free trade alert a week to the WAP community. We do the mini course lessons on crypto and Forex. And we have a free Telegram and Discord. As you can see, I have the free Discord right here with like 1,000+ people that we built up. So I'm always going to continue pushing that. I'm never going to abandon that. I even feel bad abandoning, even though a lot of people quit and are inactive from that Discord. There are a lot of you guys that still remain active, so I'm never going to give that up. You know, we just really like transitioned a lot of the stuff to Telegram. So it's like I have a free Telegram channel, of course, here with like 418. That's the free community. The premium community is only for you guys that really want the course, really want the sauce, really want to learn how to trade. I just signed up 2 people to the course over the past week. So instead of signing up to your MLM, why would you sign up to these MLM companies? And you're going to depend and rely on their signals, and you never even get to talk to those educators. Those educators that you pay monthly for on those swipe trades apps, you never, like, I try to go up to them at events and DM them on Instagram. They don't answer, they don't talk to you, they don't answer your questions. They're not here giving you guys free value. My free value is way better than all of these guys' paid value, which is why people join my course, because I get off my high horse and I teach them. So I still enroll people to my mentorship and my course daily, and it's better than every single company out there. The pricing though, you know, I have 2 options. So you guys can get started today for the yearly of $749 or $374 a month. I'll break that down for you guys. $374 a month is only for 2 months. So you can pay your tuition within 2 months, or you can pay for the yearly. If you pay for the yearly, you're getting it at an 83% discount. I mean, think about that. Literally, like, people go to college and pay $3,000 for a college English class. Like, think about that. For a college English class, you're paying $3,000 for that. And you already know English. And people willingly pay it and beg people for money to pay their tuition and get into school. But it's like, one of my biggest things is that modern education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a future. So I always stand by that, right? You can literally, there are success stories of people that literally quit their job and become successful at trading and never go back to school. But like, I know people that take the professional route with trading. I know mad people that take the professional route. Like, I have a boy that literally went to UCF for finance, and he trades Forex, he trades futures too, but he also has his licenses. He also has his SIE license. So for you guys that want to take it professional, this is what I'm focused on right now. If I'm not too talkative or sending a lot of signals, it's because I want you guys to join my course, because I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be real deal, like paying to take this exam and get this license, and actually go into the industry. You know, there are people that do that, and think about that. This is way bigger than your MLM mentor, Chairman 10. This is way bigger than, you know, these educators telling you to like over leverage your account on XAUUSD on a Forex unregulated broker, right? We're teaching you guys even like things like futures, right? You know, the platform I'm on, the futures, you know, this is how you can get funded on futures. Like, these are real money things. So it's like, you want to still keep an eye out on Hanko. You still want to trade Hanko. You don't want to let people tell you guys that like Forex is a scam and things like that. Like, you can still make money on Hanko trade with 1 to 500 leverage and flip accounts. But it's like, after you flip your account, like, what's next? Like, what's next from there? Like, how are you going to reinvest that money? How are you going to actually learn and continue growing? And I have people that pay the yearly. Like, you guys want to see some of my back-end content? There are people that pay that yearly, like all the time. So, you know, I'm not even gonna like go over it, but like, eventually, hold on, let me pull up the back end. Yo, and another thing, I didn't even go over this, but I have a new product that if you have 5 accounts on the futures side, if you have 5 futures platform accounts like Top Step, Take Profit Trader, or My Funded Futures, we can pass them all for you. It's just a 5 accounts minimum. So just keep that in mind. And if any account is failed, we will cover the reset fee. So just keep that in mind. Oh, here it is. Learn. Oh, not that. One second, guys. I literally just had it. Here it is. It's on Learn. So this is what you guys are getting access to. There's a masterclass series. Not Skag's course, but my course. I have the Crypto Mastery. And I have the Currency Connect course. The Currency Connect course is lit. The Currency Connect course, this is my life's work. Once I quit, well, I'm not going to say quit. I didn't quit. Once I made the decision to leave IM and start my own thing, I took 6 months to record my own content that I owned. Because I'll be honest, I downloaded all the IML Smart Money courses to study them. I knew that I had to be rich. I knew that I had to figure this trading shit out. And I knew that even if I couldn't pay my membership, or if IML got shut down, that I had to still learn. So I downloaded all that shit. I got it all. Chris Terry, come and find me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Terry, bro, you know, he's cool with me. So he's not going to do that to me. But when it comes down to it, look, this is not IMO content. I took 6 to 8 months to record all the presentations. of everything, of Wyckoff, risk management, trade management, smart money, everything. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Like, I was a chairman 10. That's what you guys need to understand. I was a chairman 10 in IM. So I had 700 people. People still be leaving. What am I doing wrong? So I was like, nah, screw that. I'm not going to depend on an MLM. So there you go. I'm not going to depend on anybody to learn how to trade. I did it. I bought courses. I figured it out. And I got what I needed. I'm not going to depend on anybody for my sales. There you go. I built my own platform. And now I can make my own sales and generate my own content and generate my own community and collaborate with who I want to collaborate with and educate because I want to educate. And I could bring on whoever I want to educate on here. And I'm going to make sure that they're licensed, regulated, and really know what they're doing and really withdrawing. Not because of favoritism. Guess who's going to be on here? If you want to know who's going to be on the next stream tomorrow, drop a 3 in the chat. Because I've been... Where y'all at? Y'all not saying nothing. Y'all definitely don't want to know who's going to be on tomorrow. So tomorrow we are live with educator Lex Waves. So mark that on your calendars. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the stream. And like, comment, not even comment, like the stream. Turn on notifications. Subscribe and turn on noties. Join the Noti gang, right? Join the Noti gang. Want you guys to be here, a part of the Noti gang. If you are not a part of the Noti gang, you're missing out. If you're part of the Noti gang, go ahead and drop Noti gang in the chat. That's all you need to know. That's it for me, for you guys for tonight. I'm not really in much of anything except for maybe gold that might actually not even continue tonight. It might just like drop a little bit more before it gives us that entry. So like don't rush into anything. I'm kind of mad the volume isn't really showing up, but I'll figure it out here soon. This doesn't have to play out like 100%. So yeah, good night. Definitely see you guys tomorrow. Lex Waves is going live with me, and we will be pushing the community here with Hanko. So let's get it. Drop a 333 in the chat. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you guys at the top or from the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Peace out, guys.